Okay, so check it out. Tremendous progress made yesterday. I just sat down, me and this laptop, okay, and I need to get a new one because this one is, I've used it so much. And I normally have like 2 or 3 laptops, but different story for another day. But Detoxification Nation campaign, okay, well underway. So we got slide 1, 2, 3, slide 3, slide 4, and slide 5. And we have 11 slides. It went from 7 to 11. That's crazy, right? But as I'm getting the intel and I'm putting it in here and I'm studying this as I'm doing it, because, you know, I got to speak about all of this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on is way beyond anybody's comprehension. There are some people that are in the know, like my man right here. There are some people that are in the know. Okay, let me pause this. But listen, it's still, see, this is why you have to have a biblical education first. Because had I not had a biblical education, then I probably would have gotten off track somewhere. And what God is doing with me is He is showing me how all these things that everybody is talking about is in alignment with His Word. Okay? The matrix is real. The Bible talks about the matrix. It likens it to the womb of a woman. You don't come into this reality without coming through that matrix. You follow me? It is all biblical. Make no mistake about it. All right. And it's just an honor and a privilege, you know, to be able to utilize my gifts, talents, and abilities that God has given me. And I was just talking to Him about this in prayer this morning to help me utilize them in a greater fashion, because the Word of God says that a man's gift will make a way for him. You follow me? So this is where I am. God has given me gifts and abilities to write. Okay, I've got 2 books that's about to be published. He's given me the gift of foresight and foreknowledge. So I'm trying to utilize that. And I think God is waking Americans up to who I am and the gifts and talents and abilities that He's given me, because I'm seeing more and more Americans start to jump on board instead of, you know, pushing back and trying to tear me down, you know, in spiritual intrinsically, if that makes sense, or in some type of spiritual intrinsic fashion, if that makes sense, right? So, yeah, my manifestations are forthcoming. They are big ones. And what God has been telling me all day on yesterday, like there are certain people that I follow on social media, and all day on yesterday, it's bigger than what you could even imagine. And that God is about to bless me financially. I'm saying it out loud. I'm about to be blessed beyond my wildest dreams financially. A kingdom financier. You follow me? Gentlemen, there are days coming where I will fund entire share-a-thons. Make no mistake about that one. We may have our differences. It is what it is. It's life. It's like any family, you know. But there's still love there. At the beginning and end of the day, Jesus Christ and Him crucified is the cause, right? So, listen. God is doing so much through me. And then Satan will try to take the little things that God has allowed him to take away and use that to get you off your square. No, if God allowed it, see, we have to keep 2 things running in the back of our mind, in the back of our subconscious mind. Thing number 1, we have to know that God is in control of all things. At the beginning and the end of the day, regardless of what happened or what doesn't happen, God is ultimately in control. Okay? Thing number 2, Romans 8:28. All things are working together for your good. So when that bad thing do happen, or when that thing that you're dwelling on so much actually manifests in this reality, and the reason why it's manifesting is because you're dwelling on it. Listen, when negative situations come, you don't stay there. You don't. That movie, Pacific Rim, the first one, is what I could use to liken to what I'm saying here. You're in the drift. When these negative situations come, you hang on to it and you don't let it just pass through, it will become your reality. Remember Mako in the movie? All right? She was holding on to something in her past and it manifested in her reality, but in simulation. Listen, we are not in Kansas anymore. what I've learned last night, I know I'm bouncing around, but they have self-destruct algorithms for humans. Yes, suicide algorithms, all these algorithms to program humans. Listen, we have to bypass the programming. If you're stuck in a major city, you have to do things to combat the onslaught and the bombardment of electromagnetic frequencies. Get out in nature for at least an hour a day. Go walk on the grass barefoot for at least 15, 20 minutes a day. Put the leafy greens in your body. What the leafy greens does, listen, the 5G, this is what the leafy green does. The 5G, I'll give you guys something to see because I'm just pointing at my laptop. The 5G, they're very short millimeter waves. They're powerful, but they don't go that far. They're powerful, but they cannot pass through leaves and trees, stuff with chlorophyll in it. For some reason, it can't pass through it, right? So what happens is, when you put the leafy greens in your body, this strengthens what's known as your biosphere. Now, your biosphere is a direct connection to your blood-brain barrier in your brain. Okay, these foods also repair the blood-brain barrier, because by you being in a major city and you're under constant bombardment of electromagnetic frequencies, this breaks down the blood-brain barrier, and this causes all types of diseases to enter into the brain. This is why we have so many mental, cognitive disabilities in America at this time. Okay? So you have to do things to strengthen your biosphere. Right now, it's a demonic, satanic takeover, and it is a technological takeover, all right? I've been doing a lot of research for the past 2-3 days, and oh my God, the COVID-19 injections were technological, biological weapons.